How's it going, everyone? Brennan T. Adams here, co-CEO of Big Brand Ventures, investor, advisor, producer, and this is all about what not to say to investors. First off, before I get started, just so you know, if you don't know me, my name is Brennan T. Adams, and I've been taking pitches now for a decade. I started as a person that was pitching. As some of you may know, my idea Arctic Stick got shut down many times, shut down by Shark Tank casting. Took my product Arctic Stick to the market, but didn't really take it to the next level in terms of scaling the business. Went down the path of becoming an investor and have taken thousands of pitches. I actually created the event A Day with a Shark and Shark Retreat, which we've been doing now for a year and a half, where people come in and they pitch us and we look at different deals to invest in. I also am a partner in investment fund, the Legacy Fund, and my business partner, Kevin Harrington, the original shark from Shark Tank, and I invest in other deals. So I've experienced as an investor, I've experienced as a person that was pitching, and also the person that gets pitched. I have a long list today, so let's jump right into it. The first thing, do not say that you have the next billion-dollar idea. It's gonna be huge, it's gonna be great, and somebody should invest in you, but you have no real data to back it up. If you have no business plan or advice on how you're gonna get there, you just have a great idea, that's a red flag for an investor. And when somebody says to me, I had it recently, this will be a $1 billion company next year, and we're gonna be generating hundreds of millions of dollars, and they have yet to generate any revenue. That's something that tells me, hey, I'm gonna run from this deal. So don't exaggerate. I like thinking big, but do not exaggerate and say you have the next $1 billion idea unless you actually have traction to back that up. The next thing is, do not look desperate. I get it, maybe you do need the money ASAP. I get it, you need it right now to be able to survive, to grow the business, but do not look desperate. Because as an investor, if you look desperate and it's like, I need this money and it's for this and this and this, it's also a red flag for me. Because for me, I wanna know there's trust. If I'm gonna give you money, I wanna have faith that you're gonna be a good steward of that money and you're gonna use it to grow, and I'm gonna see a pathway to getting a return on my investment. I see people that'll pitch an idea and there's no real big upside. Like their fullest potential is maybe 10 or 20 million. I wanna see how this business could be doing hundreds of millions of dollars. It has the potential for a 9 or 10 figure exit to show the big opportunity. Do not say the money is to pay yourself a salary and to pay off your debt. And I get it, if you're growing a business, you need to also have the ability to make a living and live, but you gotta have a pathway. You can't just say, hey, if you give me $250,000 and it shows that half that money is going to pay you, and maybe 25% of the money is to pay debt, another 25% is maybe to hire employees, that is a red flag. An investor doesn't wanna give you money to go pay off your debt or go pay yourself. An investor wants to give you money to see the revenue of the business increase. They wanna see if, hey, you give $100,000, how do you turn that $100,000 into $300,000 of revenue? How can you use that for marketing? How can you use that for talent, for growth? Don't tell the investor it's going directly for you to pay your living or to pay off debt. The next one, do not say influencers is how you're gonna grow the business. Don't say I'm gonna go get the Kardashians or I'm gonna go get so-and-so to be an influencer, do a post, everything is great, and I generated millions of dollars. Your business plan is not just getting a couple influencers to grow the business to get all the sales you want. That's not gonna be your end-all be-all. Influencer marketing could be a part of your plan, but don't have it be your sole plan. Because if you're solely focused on getting a major influencer to do a tweet, to do a post, to post about your business or your product or idea, and that's what you're planning everything on, putting all your eggs in that basket, that's another red flag as an investor. You should have 5, 10 different options of how you're gonna generate revenue and plans in place to scale your business. Okay, so here are the things that you need to know, the things that you should do when you are pitching. The number one thing is know your numbers. What is your pathway to getting to revenue, to getting to 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million and beyond? Also, what is your cost per acquisition? And when you understand your cost per acquisition, that makes it easier knowing the pathway to scaling the business. So if I know my cost for acquiring a $300 customer is $100, that's good. Let's say an investor gives me $1 million, put $1 million in, $3 million comes back to the business. Anytime people are pitching us, I want to know what it costs them to acquire a customer. Also, how are they acquiring the customer? Are they doing it through Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok, LinkedIn, through events? How are they acquiring customers, and what's the cost to acquire the customer? But also, what is the lifetime value of the customer? So understand this. Even in our portfolio companies, when we're looking to raise capital for the company, we use the customer acquisition cost as a piece to get investors to give us money. Because when they say, hey, what do I get? Obviously, you got to tell them the upside. But if I give you $250,000, what are you going to do with it? Well, I'm going to use it in marketing. And if I can acquire a customer at this price, your $250,000 will generate $1 million in revenue for the business. Understand your burn rate. How much money are you burning on a monthly basis to grow the business? So sometimes it is a long game, but you need to understand your costs, your profit, and your net. What is your net after paying all taxes, paying all expenses, customer acquisition costs, all that? How much is the profitability after paying your payroll and everything? Let the investor know how they get their money back. What is a huge upside? Obviously, there is some risk in angel investing or investing in different businesses, but if there is that upside, what is the upside? So for me, if I'm gonna invest in you, I'm gonna say, hey, within the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, how do I get my money back? What is my liquidation event where I can actually, after giving you money, yes, I got a certificate with my stock, but how does it ever turn into money back? That's more than I gave you. It's not just, hey, I'm gonna give you 100,000 and maybe in 5 years I'll get 120 back. I wanna give you 100,000, I wanna get $1 million back over 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. What's the huge upside? And for you, sell the vision, sell the story, sell the dream. I hope you guys got value of this. If so, please share this out there. Also, as you've seen on my journey, my plan is to be one of the guest sharks on Shark Tank. Keep following my journey on that and tell Shark Tank they need to have me on. And until next time, as always, here's to your success.